parece que estamos en vivo.
Está mal el audio. Hola, hola, hola. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Sí estaba? Ok. Vale, vale. Mm, Solamente me cambio algo. ¿Cómo se cambia? Ah, parece que es aquí. Ok. Ahí decía Witcher 2. A ver, a ver, a ver. No tengo que reajustar mi audio. Ahí está mi audio. Aquí está muteado. Aquí está muteado. Parece que todo va bien. La frecuencia pues se ve buena. Bueno, bueno, bueno. Ahora, ok. Bueno, esperemos ahora sí poder terminar esto y empezar con el 3 que es lo que me interesa realmente. Por Temeria.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance of preserving Temeria's independence. It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death.
Okay,
The
okay.
boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Death Mold.
The Emperor's men hold tris. They'll get every...
Ya saben, tengo que revisarla bien. Ah, pero tengo que ir por 3.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk.
Bear, crow, something wide.
Se fue Roche. Aguanta.
Something's brewing, right?
Tranquilo, Roche, tranquilo. ¿Y cómo corre este tipo? Ahí está. Sí, 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 sí. Vamos, Roche, por 3.
Roach. Roach!
Qué forma tan bonita de decir, protégeme, porfis.
Just
Ayúdame,
the person I'd be
perro.
looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrock.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess.
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously, I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do,
Found
my dear.
at Baron.
Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that give you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais, learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
Creo que aquí es donde hay que elegir, ¿no? Mm. Ah, ya la cajeteé. Tendría que haber ido por 3 y me vine con Roche. Ok. Me per... Es que no me acordaba qué es lo que tenía que
Alliance
hacer.
with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Death Mold.
¿Dónde está Tris Merigold?
The Emperor's men hold tris. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
No sé si cruzar la puerta contigo. Mary. ¿Hay alguna otra marca?
crow.
Ah, sí estaba bien, tenía que seguirlo. Y ya fuera a decirle, ¿sabes qué, compa? No voy por Tris. Porque está más rica y sabrosa que tú.
What's he doing here?
Y ya sé que Tris se puede cuidar sola, pero me preocupa que le hagan algo, pobrecita. Y aquí es donde hablamos, creo.
Just the first.
You
No, no.
not so.
What?
As
What?
It's.
you
Damn it.
I came here for Triss. These are your matters and your people, Roach. Keep me out of this.
Forgive me, Brigida. You must fend for yourself.
You're a true scoundrel and an idiot. I shall wait by the main gate. You have 1 hour. Then I'm gone, as is my evidence and all I know.
That comes pretty easily to you, doesn't it?
What's that?
Letting people go.
Bollocks, Geralt. Compare her situation to Anais's. Who's in greater need? Besides, I wouldn't have let her go if I didn't believe she could manage. Brigida Paperbrook is fully capable of
Lo
taking
mismo que
care of
dije de
her.
Tris, ya no sigamos por ella.
Important.
Then she'll deliver that knowledge where she needs to. There'll be time for that later. Geralt, I'll try to find a back way into the Kedweni camp. It won't be easy.
I'd say the same for the Nilfgaardian camp.
You need to decide. If you choose what's personally important, well, I won't agree, but I'll respect it.
Explaining who's behind the regicides is not just my business. And the Nilfgaardian camp is where I think we'll learn the truth.
The regicides are part of the past. Temeria's future is what counts. And you have to decide what's more important to you. I'll go investigate the Kedweni camp, look for a way in. Find me there when you make up your mind, but don't take long.
All right.
Ok, ¿podrá hacer todo?
A daredevil.
Creo que elegí mal. Lirios y víboras. Entonces tenía que haber seguido a Brígida. A ver. Si no me equivoco. Complicado eso de las misiones.
Just the person.
Oh,
Another.
This is not obvious.
you
No, no.
not
What do you?
as
What?
I
It's.
you
Damn.
All right, Roach.
I'll search for a back way into the Ked. Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian camp threatens us all. Escort Brigida, learn what you can.
I'd thank you, Roach, if you weren't.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination.
Good luck, Roach.
Vamos de una con Britia.
Where are we headed?
We shall leave Lochmuin through the Order's camp. We won't be bothered there. Then we'll descend the mountain path and go onto the river. Who knows what we'll find?
Ah, sí, este era el correcto.
Expecting someone.
Does it matter, Witcher?
Did mention vipers. The Count, the Baron.
Maravel and Kimball.
Blessed be the
Men
eternal fire.
Temerian
And
camp.
its radiance.
Vernon's mentioned them. I guess I have them to thank for an interesting chat Roach and I had a while back. Know them well.
Too early to pry, Witcher. I'll not let you pick my brain and abandon me.
Vale, leyó mis
That's where
intenciones.
you're likely to be waiting.
Roach would say they'd be waiting along both paths.
Roach. You're with me, not him. And I decide for myself. I agreed to meet someone on the riverbank. We'll go through the wood.
Puede ser peligroso, amiga. A lo mejor te pusieron una trampa o algo. Y más derechito a ella.
Calm thus far. Your dear Roach seems to have been wrong.
You two have a history. Or do I have it wrong?
He asked a favor of me. I was to stay with Foltest's children, watch them, travel with them if necessary. Child's play, the bastard called it. That's how I wound up in the caravan transporting the children to Lochmuin for the summit.
Yeah, that clearly went sour. Tell me more.
Soon enough. We've just got to make it through the forest. It's a short way to the river beyond that. It should be calm.
Let's go.
Tiberian, hola.
It's not far now. Redden awaits down by the river, at the end of this path.
Is Redlin another of Roach's contacts?
No entiendo
No,
tu
it's
idioma,
not
pero
I'd be
gracias.
looking for another way out if he were Roach's man.
Stay behind me.
Meu primeiro. Es como portugués o algo así.
It's Roach's bitch! Kill them!
Claro. Era de esperarse. Ah, claro. Sí, mi portugués también es malo.
Wanna dance, white Teddy?
They were expecting us.
No time to lose.
Fue lo que te dije, una trampa brígida.
We must stay on this path. It's the shortest way.
We've gotten into some serious trouble.
I should say so. Temeria is like a haystack, and the information I have is a burning torch.
Ok.
Fill the rest in for yourself.
Damn, you're ugly.
A ver, el mapita. Ah, es por otro lado. Medallón de piedra. A ver, como que por aquí hay algo interesante. O tal vez no. Igual yo tenía entendido que para los que hablan portugués es muy fácil entender el español. He conocido varias personas y me entienden muy fácil. Ya hablarlo es lo complicado, al parecer. Igual es un idioma muy bonito. Se escucha muy, no sé, muy llamativo el acento. interesante. Bueno, ¿y partidos de qué andas mirando? ¿De fútbol o de qué? Mm, por acá hay algo más, a ver. Me imagino. Igual tengo un micrófono muy malo, así que se me escucha raro.
How many more can there be?
Uy, salí a otro lado que no era, pero a ver. Bueno, sí, puede ser. Pero si te esfuerzas, seguramente lo consigues. ¿Qué onda? Ahí está. Esta arma como que los congela. Qué chinga. ¿Quién me dispara? Ah, son trampas las que me están pegando.
This is the smuggler I spoke of.
This was the smuggler you spoke of. Someone's coming.
You'll not sail off, you whore! Kill her!
Thank you. I'd not have survived on my own.
Talk, woman. You've dragged me far away from the city. You owe me an explanation. Who were those men? Who have you been hiding from?
I don't know.
3 days like a rat, you said, and you don't know?
I knew. I mean, I had my suspicions.
So talk. Who's
A
out to
ver.
kill you?
I don't know.
There you go again.
Truly, I cannot be sure. At first I thought it was revenge for the children. But he knows I'm no traitor.
It's not Roach. We both know that.
Yes, you're right.
Igual creo que se dice muy obrigado, ¿no? Por estar aquí. O por si estabas. Las pocas frases que he escuchado decir. Creo que significa gracias.
What happened to the convoy carrying Anais and Busi? What about the children?
We were ambushed. The caravan was destroyed.
I need details.
We were traveling along the agreed path, with a limited escort so as not to draw attention. The children were in 2 separate wagons, a safety measure, I was told.
Which one were you in?
I was with Anais. One day a messenger appeared with orders for the caravan's commander. A change of plans. We turned north to travel a longer route for safety's sake. Soon after the turnoff, we were attacked. The attackers were killing everyone indiscriminately. One pulled me from the wagon, but a bolt pierced his neck. It was mayhem. I ran for the bushes and hid.
Did you see what happened to the children?
The driver of Busi's wagon was shot. The horses got spooked and ran off into the forest, taking the wagon with them. When the fighting was done, they found Anais still in her wagon. I turned away for fear of what they might do. They merely
El
grabbed
mismo cabello de quién? Del brujo.
Any idea
O de la
what
chica esa.
caravan commander's orders?
I have them. After they took Anais, the bastards were in a hurry. They didn't even think to search the corpses. Take them.
Thanks. Sure you can manage that boat?
I must. I'll not return to the city. Thank you again, Witcher. And follow this through. You'll do us all a favor.
Ojalá no se hunda el barco. El camino. Piloteo. La chica. Sí, en esta versión del juego como que los personajes se parecen mucho entre sí. Ya en el 3, según lo que he visto, sí cambian mucho los personajes. Ya quiero terminar el 2 para comenzar con el 3. Acá abajo, ¿qué es lo que hay? A ver, creo que se escribe así. Ah, sí, cierto, ¿verdad? No había notado. Tienes toda la razón. Salió la reina. Listo, se murió. Ahora creo que ya puedo salir. Ah, por ahí no era. Hace rato mencionaste partidos. ¿De qué partidos andas mirando o buscando? ¿Fútbol? Sí, sí, sí. Está bien, cabello. Cabello, pelo, ¿se entiende? Lirios y víboras. No, no me ofendo, ¿cómo crees? Sería tonto ofenderse por la barrera del lenguaje. Ok, ok. Es para abajo, pero quiero ver acá arriba. De acá, ¿por aquí entré o no? Por aquí no entré. dormido este. Ey, despierta. Ah, mira, hablo dormido. Qué buena onda.
I remember you from Vizima.
Sí, yo maté a muchos de tus amigos.
Regards.
No puedo coger eso.
Blessed
no,
be the
México.
eternal fire.
In its radiance,
Mutant. And to it our lives we give.
in its heat.
¿Y tú, Brasil o Argentina o Portugal? Brasil. Sí, sí. O sea que al menos somos compañeros latinos.
Kingslayer. I believe there's been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my guards.
Sí, también el español de México y el de España es diferente.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
Pero así como tú no distingues el acento, yo tampoco podía distinguir el acento de un portugués a un brasileño. Voy hablándolo un poco más, notas las diferencias.
Does that witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind.
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest, or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
¿En serio? Pues te digo que te va a ser fácil. Yo ya he, bueno, he escuchado y conversado con varias gente de Brasil y yo por lo general no les entiendo, pero ellos me entienden muy fácil a mí.
I asked out of concern for a friend. I came here with Vernon Roach.
I know.
We royal hounds like to stick together.
Understand this.
No, no leí la parte de no es tan difícil. No, no, no.
Out of remembrance for him.
I haven't seen much evidence of that.
Me han dicho que las palabras son muy parecidas
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little
y aún así yo no entiendo muy bien cuando hablan.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
I didn't kill
No.
Protest. That's just one of the things that makes us different.
Really? What else? Honor? Principles?
I'm
Sí, sí, tengo honor y principios.
always for coin.
Are you certain it's not just a question of price? Tell me, Geralt. What were you doing at Foltest's side that unfortunate day?
should have turned Foltest down.
The royal entourage is no place for a witcher.
We were supposed to leave after the battle, Triss and I. Foltest had already consented. I should have left before the battle. Who was that
Yeah.
thug I passed in the doorway?
He's of no concern to you.
People like him sometimes do stupid things.
Did I ask for your opinion on the matter?
The convoy carrying Anais and Busi was ambushed. Why?
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock, the one in which you ordered him to abandon the planned route.
Nonsense! I sent no such letter.
The letter bears your seal and signature, Baron.
Where is it?
I have it.
Show me.
I need you to promise
What?
that I'll get the letter back.
I tire of your tone, Witcher. Damn. So be it. I pledge to return the letter to you. I merely want to see this
Sí.
original.
El 2 es la primera vez.
It is my seal, but the hand is full.
El que jugué fue el 3, salió.
Words come
Y hace
cheap,
poco
Baron.
jugué el 1 y ahora el 2. Pero
I
quiero
care
volver a
not
jugar
what
el
you
3.
believe. We are dealing with a forgery. Whoever is behind this has crossed a Temerian noble, and will be duly punished. My scribe will test the letter and confirm what I claim.
My claim, my scribe. I'd hardly call that impartial. Maybe I
¿Tú ya
should
lo has
have
jugado
told
antes?
Tallis.
Any accusation will be quickly dismissed. Heed my words, Witcher. It would be unwise of you to jump to any conclusions. Speak with my scribe. There are objective means of examining the letter's authenticity. I promise to pay you well for learning the truth.
The truth does taste better when payment's involved.
Canción de Tris.
It's you!
Beats Osterler, dice. A ver, a ver. ¿Pones Beats? No. Piri. Toy. No tiene nombre. También está dormido este. Despierta. No, no despierta. Ah, ya se despertó. No. Vaya, qué buena onda. Tiene muy buena historia. Y está muy divertido que dependiendo de lo que hagas es el camino que tomas. Pero siento que el 2 es muy cortito. Comparado con el 1, pues, o con el 3. Mm, a ver. Creo que lo vi por otro lado, al feed.
One day someone will get you in a dark alley.
No, no es. Todos aquí se duermen, ¿qué onda? Dice camino hacia el norte. Pero no, no sale. Estoy buscando la ubicación de un tipo, pero no, no sé dónde sea. No lo veo en el mapa. Mm, cita 1, 2, 3, como en L. Voy a buscar el nombre en Google, porque no, no sé dónde está. Aquí hay una foto de él. Mm, ¿Cómo puede ser posible que no haya un mapita de su ubicación? A ver aquí. Sheila. Dice que está cerca de, a ver, la torrecita esta. A ver si es cierto. No, le estaba hablando conmigo misma. Hago mucho eso. No encontraba un personaje y me puse a buscar información en Google y lo siento, creo que la esquizofrenia me afecta. Es broma, ¿eh? A ver, a ver, a ver.
The White Wolf! I can't believe it!
Nothing special.
Según esto, mira, aquí está.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Este es el que busco. Hola, te encontré.
The Rivian Witcher. Greetings.
Our paths cross often, it seems.
Too often.
What do you seek here?
Triss Marigold.
In the Nilfgaardian camp? Fistek has addled your brain.
Lower your sword, son.
You've got cheek, Geralt.
Let's go.
Get
One
the
false
commander.
move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
They will if you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold Ebnatson's orders come from the Emperor himself. Rather die than leave Vhagar.
Then you'll die.
Mark my words, you will. Unless you release me.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him. For we shan't move one bit.
Renwald!
He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
But Ambassador Fitz-Estellen.
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Ah, lo va a matar.
Now I'll have to kill you.
Buena estrategia, pero se van a morir todos.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Long live the Emperor!
Die, dog!
Les dije, se van a morir todos. Segunda carta. Mm, mm, mm. Ok, primero los mato entonces. ¿Cómo subo? Ahí está.
For Nilfgaard!
Estoy quiero estar, ¿no? No me deja agarrar nada. Eso. Así. A las 9:30. Y tengo que matar a todos. Matar, matar, matar. Bueno.
Long live the Emperor!
Did you really think you could just
Long.
prance in here? Make the Emperor proud! Kill him!
For the Emperor!
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
¿Quién sigue? ¿Quién sigue? Órale, puesto.
Taste our steel!
For the Emperor!
Stubborn beast, Nordling.
Long live the Emperor!
Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
He visto mejores.
You should have picked them more carefully, or trained them better.
Or perhaps they were ready for any foe, but you.
¿Tú lo estás?
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
Let's just say we're close.
I knew it. You're in love with her. You wouldn't risk your neck otherwise. But you don't know everything about her.
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
How do you know that?
From the best possible source. She confessed.
And how did you convince her to do that?
By showing her the confessions of other lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show you. Surround him!
For Nilfgaard!
Shame to the Empire. Shield bearers, forward!
Ay, me ando quemando.
Taste our steel!
Emperor, I failed you.
Ay, no le pude pegar. Aquí están las llaves. Y ahí, aquí está Tris. Vamos por Tris, vamos por Tris. Oli.
Geralt?
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
When I left Flotsam with Vernon, I somehow doubted I'd find you so soon.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
Couldn't you ask your friends from the Lodge for help?
How do you know of the Lodge?
I just do. Listen, Triss, to come here for you, I had to split up with Vernon. Temeria is in danger of disintegrating.
Are you sorry you chose to come here?
No, I'm not. But freeing you from Shillard's grasp was not my only reason for coming here. I need you to explain your role in this mess.
¿Qué hiciste, Tris?
You lied to me.
That's not true.
I know about the Lodge. I know the Lodge was behind Demavend's assassination. I know Triss Marigold is a member of the Lodge.
It's not like that.
Show me the error in my reasoning.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken. The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Because you didn't agree with them?
9 women very rarely agree on anything. The actual problem was that
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me.
No, qué mala onda.
They could select information. Depending on the circumstances, they twisted facts.
No, listo. Me voy con Jennifer. Ah.
Don't insult me.
Te creo, te creo.
Reynold Ep Matson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thanad massacre. We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sheila never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sheila chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Tiene sentido elegir uno rico.
If I were her, Demavend didn't have a network of spies anywhere near as good as Henselt's or Radovid's.
Nor could he count on the loyalty of such men as our dear Vernon Roche. At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to meet Yorveth and Sheila was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her megascope. That's when I learned that Sheila had dealings with Letho. Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere
Ajá,
near
por eso no
Bergen.
dijo nada.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything? I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I emerged intact, but pretty battered. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. The pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. As if all my bones were being broken. It's even worse when you return to your true form. In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover was a Nilfgaardian spy. I was
Por la
carrying that
traición.
figurine all the way to Lochmuin. Asira decompressed me back just before they murdered her. Shillard interrogated me but learned nothing. If it wasn't for you, they'd have had me quartered.
De
I
nada.
pieced the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demavend's successful assassination, Sheila and Philippa decided to take the next step.
También está involucrada, ¿ves?
Killing Demavend was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion. They had to know that if Foltest died, men like Roach wouldn't rest until they learned why that had happened.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest, and Sheila was working with Letho.
Ever find out what Sheila was actually doing in Flotsam? I find it hard to believe she went there just to kill a monster and earn a few orans.
You're right, of course. It had something to do with Letho and the Scoia'tael.
What did she want from Yorvith?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Hensel was practically inevitable.
Did Saskia know the Lodge's plans?
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state in the Pontar Valley, no strings attached. A fairy tale, but Saskia bought it. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed Saskia. We'll learn more at the talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanet massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective responsibility.
Let's go then.
Un momentito, a ver qué es lo que tengo que hacer. La cumbre de los ¿qué? La cumbre de los hechiceros.
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your work?
They followed their leader too blindly.
You killed them all.
Para pam.
Slaughtered themselves.
No, por aquí no es. Fíjate que yo tampoco jugaba a LOL,
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
pero nada más de repente alguien me invitó, me convenció de jugarlo y pues es divertido, pero muy tóxico. Entonces como que me gusta y como que no.
rest assured I won't let anyone compress me again.
Some of the sorceresses will be surprised to see you. Watch them closely.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
En general, los juegos que son competitivos no me gustan mucho. Porque malqueo mucho. Entonces se enojan los demás y es como que siempre pura pelea o discusión. Y no me gusta mucho el tema ese. Pero a la vez es como un vicio que no puedes dejar. Ok, puedo entrar a la cumbre, pero primero voy a hacer lo de lirio y víboras. Ahora sí.
Nothing special.
Renounce magic, I tell you!
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn it.
Break your wands and burn your hats!
The audacity!
No, por aquí no es. No seleccioné la misión. Siempre me pasa eso. A ver, al escriba o al otro, dice. ¿Es cuál?
Kingslayer.
Lights, quench, shit.
Drunker than a bard. Won't get anything out of him. Maybe there's something about testing letters in his notes.
Water quenches lime, like beer quenches thirst. Calling me sauced? Nah, I'm clear of mind, like a...
I don't know any of these substances. Best not risk destroying the letter. Maybe there's a formula for the activator in the scribe's notes. How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
La voy a cagar aquí.
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Uy, muchas opciones.
I don't have time for this.
¿Y si lo acuso y ya? ¿Cómo se llama la misión? Lirios y víboras. A ver, voy a googlear porque se ve complicado. Ok. Probar con la carta del balón, dice. Tengo que añadirle cal quemada al frasco. Luego añadirle agua.
A bit of water.
Añadirle el guano. ¿Dónde está guano? Ajá, guano.
Better with a dash of bird guano.
Y calentar el frasco. No. Ajá, ahí está.
Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kimball had nothing to do with this.
Lo inculparon de ser la verdad. Yo lo quería matar. ¿Y ahora qué hay que hacer?
Calling me sauced? Nah, I'm clear of mind, like a
Activa. Ah, es que esto es del DLC, ¿no? Con razón. Y vamos a decirle que es inocente.
It's you!
Kimball.
You were right, Baron. The letter's forged.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt Boosie. Bastard or not, he is still a child. Your payment, Witcher. I want you to look into another matter.
What would it involve?
A ver.
Count Linus Maravel. You've heard the name?
Young, capable, handsome.
Yeah. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault. Right after the Temerian delegation arrived in Lochween, his people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters traveling to and fro, it reminds me more of a complicated courtship.
You're curious to know the content of those letters.
I want you to learn the Count's plans. The man would sell his mother to please the Emperor. Find out what Maravel's messenger is carrying. If treason is involved, you must alert John Natalis. You will be generously rewarded, I assure you.
How do I locate this messenger?
Look for my man Aldrich by the fountain here in the camp. He'll point the mage out to you. Do not underestimate Count Maravel. He does not employ common scoundrels, and I don't intend to either. Hieronymus Lash. Sound familiar?
A pretentious, invented name. Belongs to a bard or a mummer, I'd say. But you wouldn't need my help with either of those, so I'll venture a guess. Maravel entrusts his correspondence to a mage.
I knew you were suited to this task. The magic barrier placed over the city mutes all forms of high magic, preventing Lash from contacting Shillard remotely. He nevertheless remains dangerous. During the times of the previous conclave, I believe he was caught practicing black magic. He faced execution, but that louse Maravel saved him.
All right, I'll look into it.
My lord, we know where they are. What are your orders?
Bloody wonderful day. Assemble your men and resolve this once and for all.
Estoy con Aldrich. Aldrich. Qué nombres tan chistosos.
Master Witcher.
What do you want?
My lord, the Right Honourable Count Maravel requests the pleasure of your company. He says it's urgent.
Seems like everything is these days. Tell the Count I'll think about it.
No, pero quiero la del mensajero. Esta.
Aldrich, Baron Kimball said you'd point Hieronymus Lash out to me.
Perfect timing. Come with me.
Ok, lo seguimos.
Is a witcher a kind of sorcerer?
Híjole. camínale.
Where's
Ah, no.
Lash? Patience, mate. They should be here any minute. Look, there, I've done my bit. Up to you now.
Hay que matarlos. Dice que lo siga. Ok, lo seguimos.
Got a tail. Stop him.
Stop there, White One.
What if I don't?
Then I'll fucking help you.
I'd like to see you try.
Consider it done.
Bye, bye. No, ese fue el mensajero. Corre, brujo. ¿Qué haces?
That's the one. Kill him.
¿En serio? ¿Cuántos tiene? Ok.
He starts still. He starts still.
¡Ey! Cuidado. Te quemas, amigo, te quemas. Ups, se quemó. ¿Y para dónde se fue? Chinga. Por acá.
Enough. You shall die. Here and now.
Puede ser, pero no lo creo. Son así los magos. Cobarde encima. ¿Cómo se los quita? What the fuck? Quédate quieto, bro. A ver, aquí dice algo. Dice que le ponga una trampita. Ahí quedó. Listo. Lo que no podía era pegarle. Igual el Geralt anda cheto. Tiene su armadura bien chida. Y creo que es todo, ¿no? A ver. Ajá, y ahora sí ya puedo ir con el que me mandó a llamar. ¿Cómo se llama? Pero no sé qué. A ver, por aquí tengo la misión. Esta. ¿Aún no termina otra? A ver qué me faltó hacer. No levanté la carta. Sí la levanté, ¿no? Ajá, aquí está. Ah, sí. Ahora quiere que vaya a ver al otro.
Going somewhere.
Ay, sí es cierto, perdón, perdón.
Trickster.
The mages will want to get as much as they can out of this summit, and monarchs don't generally like others dictating terms. This may end in a row.
There will be no row. The mages now rely on the mercy of the northern kingdoms.
The amphitheater itself is also protected by an anti-magic shield, like the one used at Thanet.
The times of mage impunity are gone. They will be shown their place.
Impressive summit, but not all the players have their representatives here.
The most important do. The mages thought about inviting everyone, but time is short.
I've seen a Nilfgaardian delegation.
Scandalous, as I see it. They're here at Henselt's bidding.
Representatives of the Council of Regents.
Only Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel. It seems that save Baron Orval, most spend their time trying to devise a way to
Kimbolt and Maravel. What's their stand?
Well, they've taken opposing positions. The Baron believes Anais's origin, if you will, stands in the way of... Whereas Maravel has said that Foltest's children have his full... One thing is certain. Words come cheap. Those two may change their minds in a flash.
There's a traitor among the Temerians.
Careful, Witcher. You'd better have evidence if you plan to accuse someone of treason.
Busi and Anais.
Yes.
You have a traitor in your camp, Constable.
I know what the Temerian nobles think of me. They have no love for me and seek to subvert me at every step. And that is how it will stay as long as the throne remains vacant.
I'm not talking about you. Count Maravel is responsible for Busi's death, and for Anais landing in Kedweni hands.
A grave charge, Witcher.
This letter clearly shows Count Maravel's men ambushed the convoy carrying Foltest's children. The boy was killed during the assault. They kidnapped Anais and handed her over to the Nilfgaardians.
Why? For what amount of gold? For what swathes of land did that tub of love
Seguramente le dieron poder.
wealth go so far as to commit treason against the state? I thank you, Witcher. You have done us all no small favor, though the Count's trial will bring its own share of grief. That is the state of affairs, Baron. Count Linus Maravel is a traitor. He has betrayed us, he has betrayed Temeria, he has betrayed the entire North.
You have at last seen the light, Constable, and I am content. We must show the Count that even in this trying hour, Temeria remains strong, united.
Bacon Pinball, ok. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué fallida? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Eh? No tenía que ir con él, ya no entendí. Ah, era antes de completar la misión, hacer la otra. O... A ver. Creo que es este. Ajá, antes de hablar con este. Esta. ¿Y dónde está el conde? Genial, no viene marcado en el mapa. La habitación de Kimball. ¿Y cuál es la habitación de Kimball? Ah, y se sube las escaleras. ¿Cuáles escaleras? A ver, voy a entrar aquí.
It's you!
¿Dónde está Kimball? Y aquí está.
Ah, Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing. And then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw...
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious
Un gatito.
and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so. I've gotta say, you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
If you wouldn't mind.
Take you witchers, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts. Pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be. Yet it is a remedy we revile. You are
¿Cuánto halago?
spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
What brings you to Loch Muin?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat
surprising.
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbold excepted.
Why do you suppose that?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
Brígida
Does the name
Papebruk.
Brigida Papabrock ring any bells?
Rings bells, sets off whistles. Why? I believe my loins have grown warm. Touch my plums, touch my
¿Qué carajo?
plums.
Excuse me.
Fruit, Witcher, especially fruit of the south. Tender, juicy, soft on
Es
the
un
exterior.
cerdo el tipo
That's what I
este.
think of when you mention Dame Brigida. The woman is positively obsessed.
I was hoping for a straighter answer.
A man of your experience surely understands what I mean.
So you admit you know her well?
I know her, I have known her, and I expect I yet will, and I'm not alone in that. Though, mind you, I admire the woman. Her kind of ambition is rare among both genders.
Ever taken advantage of that? Ever asked her to run errands for you?
One must be careful with the ambitious. They are almost always running their own errands. Asking them to do yours simply invites them to use you. Baron Kimbolt learned that the hard way. But why ask me about the lass, here and now of all times and places? Surely, given your close allegiance and, no doubt, many a shared drinking binge, Commander Roach has told you all.
Commander Roach can be strangely discreet. What do you know?
I'm hardly one to tell another man's secrets.
Indulge me.
If you must know, the rascal Roach rogered our dear Brigida just before he passed.
He'll be interested to hear what you had to say.
My, aren't...
Brigida used Baron Kimbolt?
Continues to.
To what end?
You cannot expect me to answer.
Vale, yo pensé que sí.
What's so
¿Querías verme?
Etiquette is not your enemy, Witcher. It would not hurt you to embrace it at times. In any case, I could not help noticing you circulating in and out of Baron Kimbolt's quarters. Yet I wonder if you are fully aware of the kind of man you serve.
What do you mean?
He cuts a fine figure, doesn't he? The heavy cloak, the silver mane, the booming voice. Yet our worthy Baron is hardly the saint he makes himself out to be.
A lot of that going around recently.
I am in possession of certain information that might interest you.
And you want to share it because?
We come from different worlds, Witcher. On the surface, we are as unlike as wraiths and wyverns. Yet, no matter our preferences, culinary, political, erotic, ultimately we both are interested in and tirelessly seek one and the same thing: the truth.
Sí, sí, la verdad sí es relativa.
But I'm not convinced you can be trusted. Baron Kimbolt also offered me the chance to learn a certain truth. I don't think I need to say who about.
And you are certain that Kimbolt can be
Obvio
trusted?
que no.
So far, all the Baron's words have proved true.
Well,
Pero
then
hasta ese
I
punto,
merely
sí, sí, sí.
ask that you verify mine. You are not the sole person to have repeatedly visited our kind-hearted Baron recently.
Doesn't seem strange to me, given the time and the place.
He has also had some more troublesome callers, blackmailers to be specific. Now, I'm not handing down any verdicts. Perhaps the Baron has some personal problems, in which case...
¿Y ya
I
viste
would
la
very
serie
much
de
like
este
to
juego?
help him.
Bueno, del libro.
My people have learned where these blackmailers are encamped. I assume Baron Kimbolt has not been sitting on his hands and has also dispatched his huntsman to find them. A horrible man.
I know who you mean. Ran into him in Kimbolt's quarters.
Then you must also know that if you do not make haste, nothing will be left of our blackmailers, save some rotting corpses. I shall show you where they have their camp, and I merely ask that you learn what is at issue. Naturally, you can count on my gratitude, though we both know that is not the greatest reward.
I can't promise you anything, Count, but I'll think about it. Farewell.
Hablar con los chantajistas. Tengo que ir por acá, ok. Creo que sí sé llegar ahí. Gatito. Gatito, sí, gatito. Se quedó atorado. Pobrecita.
What do you want?
I saw you talking to Kimbolt.
I'm free to go where I please and talk to whoever I please.
Couldn't agree more. Now you're here and you'll talk interested in the Baron.
I've naught to say to you.
Not good, because I need to know everything you know about him.
Baron Kimbolt sends his regards.
Oh, just what we needed.
Leave us, Witcher.
Since when does a Witcher take orders from a huntsman?
Since that Witcher stopped hunting monsters and started poking his nose into others' affairs.
Sometimes the stench is so strong you can't help but catch a whiff.
Aye, well spoken. You've some common stinking thugs here, and I'm to teach them some humility.
A ponce like you? Pucker up and kiss my arse, you fucking tulip.
Tulipán de los huevos. Porque tengo que defenderlos, ¿no? Para tener la información. A ver qué dice aquí. Ajá, tengo que
These folk have
defenderlos.
nothing to say to you, understand?
I'll be the judge of that.
Lend us a hand, Witcher. You'll not regret it.
I'll need to know everything about Kimbolt.
God, this is shit! Enough of your jabbering! Kill them all!
Se quieren morir, dice.
Thanks, Witcher. We'd be corpses if not for you. You're welcome to all we know about Kimbolt.
I'm all ears.
We came here to collect our fee, me and my brothers, for a favour we did the Baron.
What did you do for him?
Spent 4 days in a forest, sitting on our asses.
Baron Kimbolt wanted to pay you for that?
Course not. We was to destroy some wagons in a caravan that was to pass through Millville. Problem is, caravan never came round.
I can see why you're having trouble
Uh,
collecting.
Kimbolt had shite information. How is that our fault? That bugger lost us a right lot of time. And you know what they say? Time is coin.
What exactly were your
ya no
orders?
entiendo nada. ¿Todos son culpables?
Carrying nobles. 2 coloured wagons and a small escort. The wagons, they was ours. All inside was to perish.
Any idea who was supposed to be in the wagons?
2 high-born young'uns and their nannies. That's all the Baron told us.
Willing to tell Natalis all this?
I'm to fess up. They draw and quarter me.
You didn't do anything. Took a job, that's it. They can't prove you actually wanted to complete it. If you refuse, Kimbolt wins. He'll squirm his way out of this, but it won't end there. The Baron's got gold enough to hunt you till he hunts you down.
Not likely. I'll see them tear stripes off his back with hot pincers. All right. I'll talk to Natalis.
Chale, maté a un inocente hace rato. Ay. ¿Por qué se mató? Sí, voy. No había visto la hora. Ya es tardecita.
It's you!
Only Baron Kim. The back.
Esto ya me lo dijo hace rato. Esto también.
What about
A ver.
Erin? It's a huge country.
Torn by conflict and rebellion with no... The
Ok, a ver.
Boosie.
Yes.
Pues es que los dos mandaron a matarlo, ¿no? A ver qué dice la guía. Pues creo que sí, a los dos.
Count Maravel outright betrayed Temeria, while Baron Kimbold planned to murder Foltest's children.
Those are serious charges.
Kimbold hired some thugs to do the wet work for him. I found them, and one's ready to testify. They never got the job done because the convoy carrying the children changed course, only to fall into an ambush set by Maravel. The Count wanted to hand Anais and Busi over to the Nilfgaardians. You'll find the proof in this letter. Busi's death was an accident.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria. I cannot arrest them both. Their contingents are among the largest in Loch Muin, and I cannot risk mutiny by their men. Thank you, Witcher. You did well to bring this matter to my attention. I only hope Baron Kimbold will agree to stand with me. So you see, Baron, I have learned all, and it makes me sick to think about it. However, you may count yourself fortunate, for we've a greater problem to deal with. You shall provide me with your full support as we arrest Count Maravel.
This plea sounds more like a threat to me, Constable.
It is no plea, it is an order, and yes, a threat. Refuse, and the Council of Regents shall receive ample evidence of your crime, of your wish to slay the children for whom our king gave his life.
What are your terms, Natalis?
Upon returning to Vizima, I shall destroy the evidence against you. Prior to that, however, I expect your unconditional support.
¿Sí?
Can I be certain you will do as you pledge?
My words still mean something, unlike yours, you lying, rotting son of a whore.
So be it. But heed this, Constable. Do not try to cross me.
Y ahora sí. Ay, no. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cuál sigue ahora? Lirios y víboras. Y me había quedado en la de la cumbre de los hechiceros. Entonces es esta. ¿Y esta de río místico cómo termina? A ver, voy a buscar esa. Río místico. Ah, tenía que abrir un cofre en el barquito de eso. No, me perdí de una armadura muy bonita. Bueno, ni modo.
It's you!
¿Dónde es la cumbre? Ok. Ratito. Creo que es de este lado.
Constable John Natalis.
Interex, John Natalis.
Perrito, hola.
Pardon me. He's a gentleman.
So, even the Nilfgaardians have graced us.
We're about to witness a great event.
Wait.
Espera.
What?
Your Excellency knows. Hosts are liberty.
We're about.
Ahora sí.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go inside.
It's now.
In recent weeks, we have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
This cannot be, John Natalis. Temeria stands between Nilfgaard and the north. It must be a strong and united realm.
I, too, would wish it so, Your Majesty. But when Foltest was cut down by an assassin, the country's very heart burst.
I have learned that Anais Lavalette is currently in the hands of the sorcerer Deathmold.
Clearly you have yet to learn of the slaughter that occurred today in the Kedweni camp, King Radovid.
Yet there is hope if the child lives. I hasten to remind you that Vernon Roach, his capture is also your responsibility. He is suspected of murdering King Hensel soon after the monarch's triumph in Vergen. As a Temerian soldier, Roach remains under your jurisdiction, Natalis.
Vernon Roach disappeared with his unit a few days after the successful siege of Lavalette Castle. Should he reappear in Temeria, he shall be arrested and tried as the law prescribes.
Sé que ahora Roche es un traidor. Todo muy confuso.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the northern kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherds at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanzaville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanzaville will be condemned to death.
¿Y ahora? Otra vez esta orden.
Sheila de Tanzaville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the conclave.
Arrest her.
¿Qué va a hacer? ¿Se va a escapar?
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
El dragón, en serio. Oh. Entonces ella lo controla. Pero es diferente. ¿O es el mismo? Bueno, no sé. Qué loco. Eso solo demuestra que sí mató a Foltest.
Geralt, we're trapped. Magic's no good here. I can't get us out. Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
Derrota al dragón, dice. Ah, qué fácil, ¿no?
Turn back while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else.
¿Qué está haciendo?
If I have to, I will kill you.
Corre, corre, corre. No, no me gusta. Asántates.
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Tenía que subir con ella.
Where's Letho?
Parece que sí. A ver.
As she will to all the fools who get a hard on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend. That's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorven. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? And can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb.
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of Lavalette Castle. That hardly supports your
Ajá, exacto.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it.
Probablemente me muera ahorita.
Farewell!
Something's not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed. I'll be torn to bits.
¿Dónde lo quita? ¿Dónde lo quita?
You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
Yennefer. Wow. Ya ves que escapan. Uy, el dragón me viene. Muere el dragón, muere, muere. Ay, 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 no me pegues. No, 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 no me pegues. Uy. ¿Y ahora por dónde? Lo madre. Uy. Uy, uy. Con la cola también pega. En la panza, en la panza. No hay problema, no hay problema. No, 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 no. Uy. Eso. Me baja mucho de un golpe. No, ya me quemó. F. Uy. Uy. Ay. Corre. Híjole, ya me quemó otra vez. Ay. En donde sea me pega, qué asco. No, ya me morí. Ush. No, no, no. Corre, corre, corre. A cuchillazos te mato. Uy. Híjole. Quedan 2 cuchillos. Sí se puede, sí se puede. Uy. F. Ya tengo cuchillas. ¿Se va a ir? ¿Se va a ir? Oh, sí. Sobreviví. No, ya me morí. ¿O lo va a matar? Sí, mátalo, mátalo, mátalo. Oh. Tuve mucha suerte. Uy. ¿Y ahora? Eh... No, ¿cómo me morí? Ah, seguramente tendría que apachurrar algo y no lo apachurré. A ver, aquí, es genial. Clic, 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 clic. Todo por andar celebrando antes de tiempo. ¿Y ahora? ¿Y ahora? Ah, era el otro clic. Me va a comer. Sí, me va a comer. Bueno, al menos me ahorró de nuevo el combate con el dragón. Supongo que ya solamente es rematarlo y listo. Hombres. Uh. Este por el dragoncito. ¿Qué se hace? ¿Lo mato o lo dejo vivir? Ah, o sea, se va a morir igual. Matarlo es un acto de bondad. Acabar con su sufrimiento. Ah, ya lo maté. ¿Por qué no me dijiste antes? Parece que está sufriendo, ¿no? Entonces, es compasión. Pobrecita. Es que sí, se estaba muriendo. Iba a sobrevivir. Es como el caballo cuando se lastima una pata, mejor lo matan para que no sufra el pobre. Paso con Tris. Epílogo. O sea que ya acabé. Aquí está Tris. Sí.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
I had to kill it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Philippa enslaved the dragon with her magic. If I'd let it live, we'd surely find it serving the Lodge of Sorceresses. Many more would have died.
¿Ves? Era mejor
Before the
matarlo.
sorceresses broke the creature's will, it was noble and beautiful in its own way. But I'm dead tired.
Vale, ahora me siento culpable.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
What do you mean, waiting? How do you know?
Utter chaos broke out after the dragon attacked. I tried to reach Philippa's quarters. A terrified man approached me in one of the alleys, gave me a letter and begged me not to harm him. He said it was for you. The letter was short. I'm waiting in the Temerian camp, Letho.
What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre.
No tengo ni idea de cómo llegar ahí.
People like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arrive.
¿Qué? No, se me cerró el juego. Qué triste. F. ¿Qué hora es? Sí lo termino, sí lo termino. Desde que se actualizó Steam me pasa mucho eso.
while I was gone.
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the council and conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
Hace poco empecé y pues he estado todos los días.
Vernon Roach, step away from the child.
She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too good for you, Horsens.
You're an outlaw, wanted in all the north. Hand over the child and perhaps the king will show you mercy.
I pass on Kedweni mercy.
Roach!
Triss! We can't let them have her! This is Foltest's daughter!
I've heard enough! Grab them!
¿Y esa espada? Ah, ¿le dio el báculo a Triss? No entendí.
I failed. Deathmold got away. Thanks, Geralt.
Triss needed my help. You know that. The Nilfgaardians outwitted us all.
What are you talking about?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy. All in order to breed chaos in the northern kingdoms.
Temeria is lost. The Barons will pick it apart into bits.
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out of here. Take her far away. Far from the kings, their courts, and their wars. One day, she'll reclaim her heritage.
What about you, Geralt?
I'm going after the Kingslayer.
A man of his word.
It's personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf. I trust we'll meet again in better times.
Farewell, Roach. Where's Yorvith? How is Yorvith?
Ok, guardo. ¿Qué pasó con mi báculo? Esta es la caer. Ah, pero es más poderosa. Ah, no, prefiero baculito por ahora.
Assigning several mages to the task. Yorvith is now public enemy #1. They won't rest until they find him.
¿Cómo quedaron empalados ahí? Esa magia de quién es. Ah, de estos.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tanserville and the other traitresses from the Lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin. via megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters.
Una hora, ok. Pongo que aquí termina todo, ¿no? Ahí está.
There he is.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
This is between me and him.
You don't have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave without me.
A ver, a ver, a ver. ¿Qué nos dices, Leto?
Took you a while? Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the Royal Witch Hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it.
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their... vodka.
Okay.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships. Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
The winter solstice, 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under
Sí, 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 es muy grande.
could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate.
La primera vez que lo enfrenté, el capítulo,
He was different from all other elves.
me mató como 5 veces por el puro miedo
He
de
had
pegar.
never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Por eso perdí la memoria.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. Then one day they capped...
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separate. That's how I met Vatia Derrido. And a couple of weeks later...
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North, simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper. The Witcher's schools in the South fell into ruin long ago. And Witchers themselves became internal. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path.
Okay.
How did you
A
know
ver.
where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every Witcher who wears the Viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt.
Know who they are?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turn...
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's...
Go ahead, enlighten me.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They respect...
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with?
Eso parece,
They
¿no?
may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory?
There's not a Witcher who doesn't know.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do
Es lo que hace
summon
Ciri, ¿no?
monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and...
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern. Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile no matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their...
La supieron hacer. Parece
Why are you
que
still
ya.
here? Why did you wait for me this?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight...
Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
La verdad no, pero...
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together.
Una
Be sure
piña.
the
Es
North
una
could be
piña.
divided but that's just not...
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight. And this time I'll kill you.
¿Qué dices? ¿Lo dejo ir o peleo con él? Ay, no sé. Mm, Me dio demasiada información y cuido de Jennifer. No puedo ignorar eso. Y al final de cuentas solo aceptó un trabajo que le encargaron. Oh, que se vaya, que se vaya.
All I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
Pobre Tris, toda golpeada.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained to Marion, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwin and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather round bonfires in Lobendon to hear of the Witcher's deeds. The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime.
Ah, aparece en el 3, como que lo recordaba, pero se ve diferente, ¿no? O sea, igual de grande, pero con cara diferente.
Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. After Foltest's death, Temeria's neighbors began to vie for the glittering prize that was the realm's throne.
Creo que sí voy a importar el save.
Then Henselt forced them to look to their own problems. Temeria fell prey to its power-hungry barons. But Vernon Roche held a light of hope for the dying realm, and he tucked it away in a place safe and still to await better times. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her
Ah,
accomplices.
sí la mataron.
Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite.
Jaskir.
Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Tengo que verlos, en serio. Ok, esperemos que no dure mucho. Qué loco. Todas las tripas de fuera. El Roche matando al rey. Me duele mi cuello. Empalado. Interludios. Oh, se ve muy loco eso. Ajá, el primero es muy largo y muy entretenido. Y el tercero también, uf, mucho más todavía. Producción adicional, programación adicional. Puros nombres raros que no puedo leer. Sichowski, Cyril Matusewski, Dariusz Majewski. No, muy complicado. ¿Cómo le corto la cara? Para pa, pa. Shiny. Turu, tu, tu, tu. Sardinilla, ¿por qué no apareció? Nuestras esposas, maridos, personas importantes, hijos mayores y pequeños, en resumen, a todos nuestros seres queridos por la paciencia que han tenido y el apoyo que han mostrado durante su trabajo en The Witcher 2. Este juego también es un logro vuestro. Oh, qué lindos. Adán Skorupa. Juego de la Academia de Música Nowowiejski. Bueno, ahí lo leen. Se están repitiendo las animaciones, ¿no? Apúrate, avanza rápido. Mira, este Mateo apachurrado, avanza más rápido. No descubrí eso antes. Modeladores, animadores, diseños, grafistas, editores, sonido, captura de movimientos, diseños, bla bla bla. Versión en polaco. Única picula. Se oye chistoso. Jardinilla de nuevo. Fujiwara. Coreano también. Ya, se acabó, se acabó. Sí, se acabó. Ay, a ver, ahora qué pasa. El conejito. En el 3 también se puede cazar, si no mal recuerdo. Corre, corre. Brinca por el puente. Ya comenzó la guerra. Olo. De Midgar estos. ¿Qué pasó? Es todo. Se
The
acabó.
Witcher had traveled far and wide.
Ajá, se acabó.
The it
Ah, no tenía que ver los créditos, me estafaron. A ver, tengo curiosidad antes de irme. Mm, creo que era esta. A ver, vamos a pegarle unos trancazos a este. No. Todo mala onda. Y no me importa lo que vayas a decir. Tururú.
I'm done talking. Any vodka left?
Pega duro este.
Time to fight.
You fear death? Stop whining. What does it feel like to be on the set?
I said fight.
Hola. Uy,
The wolf has teeth, and they're sharp. I'm
obvio.
I can tell already. Of course. You tire quickly. I'm tired all the time. I don't want to kill you.
Me pusiste
You're nowhere
Queen.
near my level.
Versus. Tengo que evitar que se ponga Queen.
I've had enough of this dance. Goodbye, Geralt.
Uy. Ay. Que casi se muere. Listo. ¿Y qué pasa si se muere? Desarmado. Sí lo mató. ¿O no? No, ya sentí feo. Pobrecita. La cantidad de sangre que quedó. Voy a salir ya. Bueno, Siberian, muchas gracias por acompañarme un ratito. Espero te vaya bien y descanse. No sé qué hora sea por donde estás tú. Acá ya es tardecito. Así que nos vemos. Que la pases muy bien. A ver cómo era lo de acá, esta cosa. ¿Cómo se dice? Muy obrigado. Algo así, ¿no? Estoy cerrando unas cositas. Y dejo descargando el 3 para mañana jugarlo. Bueno, nos vemos. Que la pases bien. 3 horas casi. Bye bye.